We're seeing a conditioning, as it were, to see how people will react to open, full contact, or what other people refer to as disclosure. I believe it's just going to be open, full contact before we get to disclosure at this point.
Right, because if you just come out with something really big like this, it's dangerous.
This is the first push. When I then asked for clarification about how would this look then, and they said, we'll just start showing up in the sky. We'll just start showing up in the skies, not just
Okay.
in the middle of the continent, because that would seem like an invasion, but just along the outsides. Just here we are, and see what happens. There's so many other things that have been going on galactically up there too, with the wars that we've been seeing, the galactic wars.
Sierra Neblina, Galactic ambassador, friend of Unanswered Universe. You have a different take on things. We're going to get into it right now on Deep Dive.
I call myself a galactic ambassador, contactee, combat veteran, military whistleblower for alien cover-up. I was a part of the super soldier empathic intuitive program. Consider myself an ambassador, and I've been speaking to these beings my entire life. I've been informed that we will never be allowed to use nuclear again on the planet, and any time that a world power even wants to threaten something like this new weapon that Russia has, it was tested once. It will not be allowed to be fired again. We exist in a time space continuum, a place in time and space in the quantum field that is disruptive to other things we have no idea, no grasp over whatsoever. And so I also believe that over this last month, 6-week period of time, there have been captured some of our UAPs shooting down these drones. And I've also seen footage of what I believe our military or Space Force shooting down the drones. And so it's really interesting too. And talking about all the different, why would they do that? Why would a foreign power, we get to all unpack all of this. It's there's a lot to unpack. Sending these drones, metal drones with payloads and observation, surveillance technology and packages to the East and the West Coast, by the way, and it's actually happening in several other countries too right now. And the only reason why I believe that any of the others, quote, others would be interfering is if there is a nuclear payload. If there is a nuclear payload, it will be shut down. But they don't necessarily have to fire anything. Our galactic brothers and sisters that come and visit me refer to as, it seems like that the United States is breaking down, might potentially have civil war. People have lost confidence in because of the corruption. It seems like it's right on the edge of World War III, and that's when they step in. We have all of those situations happening. It's all going to happen through these circumstances, these series of events that are unfolding right now. But it's not Armageddon. I mean, it kind of feels like it in certain places of the world, and it's just sad. But we're about to be introduced to extraordinary things and extraordinary ways to redo our governments, redo our the way that we treat the planet, and so on. But it's all coming to head as it's been tailored to do so. This perception of we don't know what's going on in our own skies and nobody has any answers is sowing mistrust. And it's done on purpose to try to destabilize and take our confidence away. Space Force, it's our new higher advanced military branch. And they're the ones, I believe, dealing directly with our known ET races that have been interacting with our government or certain branches of our government. Is that I do believe that we have some very unique and very authentic UAP or UFO sightings. There was some footage caught where there was some lightning going on in the background, and there was a huge mothership just hanging out right there. There's been 100% increase of sighting this year.
Yep.
It's unheard of. There is a consciousness, if you want to call it that, but is a specific type of extraterrestrials that have been slowly poisoning humanity's evolution. And that is the only reason why our interdimensional brothers and sisters, the good ones, the light beings, are stepping in now and will continue to push our governments into acknowledgement of their presence. Will snap the world out of this internal conflict and give it something else to focus on. And then we become one. It is something now that I know with all confidence is being kicked in the line. It's clicked. They're pushing that. First of all, you have to distinguish between the different drones and the different agendas. We've got outside foreign adversaries sending surveillance to our shores. But also what's happening is our Space Force is coming in and jamming those and shooting them down and doing what they can to do with the least amount of civilian casualty. There actually was one that was shot down and it fell and blew up in a city. And they've done a good job of hiding that. They're trying to avoid these casualties. And then you've got a third thing going on where all the governments of the world have been told, we're coming. Either you tell them or we're going to. And they're also in a place of holding the door open to our conscious evolution, keeping nuclear war from happening, keeping us from destroying ourselves in this insanity that's going on right now on the planet. Observing, because when a higher consciousness observes a lower form, it changes the outcome. They don't even have to get involved.
It's a quantum physics, you know.
I know that to be at least 22 different species, I'd say initial species, and other things have evolved from there. So am I talking about a physical being? Yes, I sure am. But I'm also talking about things that are not physical. Quantum beings of visitations. People might consider them angels, but there are other quantum beings that are not angelic and evolved consciousness, a race of people who are like light-bodied.
What is a paradigm shift?
The paradigm you once lived in before you didn't know, you now know. You can't go back from that. It will permanently shift a person's view of the world around them. There has been a thing that's gotten in the way of humanity on the planet as a whole to get to the point where they achieve the next step in evolutionary thought of consciousness, of opening up, going from where we are right now on the planet to shifting to caring about what's going on to other people and other children and other countries, so much where we would alter and change and demand and live our life differently. All of the information's coming out, all the things that have been hidden is going to be coming forward. They
can't control it anymore. It's not like before where they can control the stopgap on and off, but it could be a mass hysteria. Like the Twilight Zone episode where the aliens are on the hill turning lights on and off and the town is freaking out. I think this resembles that a lot.
See, look, they haven't freaked out. It's way more accepted. We've been prepared for this. 4 Mercury retrogrades in 1 year. It's like all of the galaxy, all of the universe is conspiring to make the energy so intense right now so that we can leave behind what no longer serves us. It's the year of endings, of things that no longer serve us, of endings of injustice, the endings of the old way, and the bright new break before the Aquarius time starts. Until you take that plate and you smash it into a million pieces, you cannot grow past this thing that you've been limited as a plate.